she turned to a singer. Get to fighting like this Jerry Springer. All of my did the back that like a popo. Don't do these they popo. Had a G-Wagon truck turned to Rojo. Find a cave for 2 weeks and they on ride down in Soho. One was black and the other was Mexican. Had them like a pollo. Younger than you with a Maybach. Younger than you with a Bentley. From the got in the gently. Ain't been impressed with these. When I was down out of so had sympathy. But that's how I go when you broke. Now I'm like mistletoe. Just do my own. Not gonna lie on these new clones. Then she asked for a loan. Had to laugh, then I told her get gone. Gon' get that me on. And no give me not a thing. So I spend 90K on my ring. You can see all my pain in my watch. Got my eggs down and walking around with my hand on my. Cause I'm popping and I know you're not. And I know you see just how I'm living. You're not happy with life, so you rockin' Reeboks on treetops, getting walk. Got a big band, it's like Sasquatch. Every time you see it, what if no, it's time.
I got that taken to golf. A lot of these were lost. They broke. They think it's my fault. No car. I want that caught. I'm dripping. I'm stuck with the sauce. But she love you. Don't cut your. Reynolds Da Vinci is white. Limited Louis, that's light. Rape in the city, that's light. LED, look at the light. We the ones don't like. But you look too light. Why even play with your life? Bank account looking like yikes. The ops on IG all the time. I dare them go live. Wagyu steak, I dine. 8 ounce, 255. I can't get fucky with too groovy you me. If I ain't had love for me, I would've tried to get Nicki Minaj. J-Rock ain't gonna let you slide. Dory ain't gonna let you slide. You king of the city, I don't want to be a big fish in a small pond. Trying to get across that water. I need fans.
Hey, everybody, it's the coach, and this is Madden 19 on EA Sports. Straight ahead, third-year man Jared Goff and the defending NFC West champion Los Angeles Rams face off against Drew Brees and the New Orleans Saints. With that, let's get over to the Mercedes-Benz Superdome with the call from New Orleans. Here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
And, Coach, we are down on the bayou as you get a look inside the Mercedes-Benz Superdome here in New Orleans. This is what it looked like just a moment ago in the heart of New Orleans. Folks, there's no place for this noise to go in the Superdome. It is loud, and these fans are ready for football as their Saints get ready to do battle with the Los Angeles Rams. I'm Brandon Gaudin along with Charles Davis. Charles, good matchup here. A couple of playoff teams from a season ago.
And just think about how the NFL works, partner. 8 teams that made the playoffs the year before didn't make it last season. So there's always going to be parity in this league, and guys have to be ready to go. Just because you made it the year before doesn't necessarily mean you're going to get back again.
That's fielded in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. Jared Goff bringing out the red-hot L.A. Rams off to a 4-0 start. Most recently, the win over Minnesota. And Goff, he looked stunning on Thursday in that game. 26 of 33, 465 yards, 5 touchdowns as well.
Yeah, that tied for the most in franchise history. But how about how he got those yards? 326 of those yards came off of play action. First quarterback since 2006 when we first began tracking play action stats to throw for 300 yards off of that type of a pass action. But here's the kicker to the whole thing. If we're saying this is great for Jared Goff, who are we not talking about that we should be? Todd Gurley. Because for him to throw off a play action and make it work, the run threat has to be there, and Todd Gurley is indeed that run threat.
Yeah, maybe they were coming with a blitz that time, and it caused a jump.
I think if we saw it, you know that they saw it. Might have been a little discussion down there. Bad guys coming, pick them up, pick them up. And someone jumped.
The full start backs them up 5, 1st and 15. That's Goff will hand this one to Gurley. And he stopped immediately there. A.J. Klein on the tackle there. And the offensive starters here for Los Angeles.
I love watching Todd Gurley play because I think back to when he got drafted and so many people question taking him back that high. Well, you see exactly why. His ability to run, catch, and lead, it's a heck of a combination, and he leads the Rams.
Now on second down, this is Gurley. And he is met tracks behind the line of scrimmage. And they'll lose a yard that time, and that's going to lead to a third down.
Nice play right there to stop him behind the line, but I want to see how this defense continues to play him here in the first half.
Yeah, we know, you know better than I, he has the ability to take over a game, so what do?
Yeah, I think you have to make sure that you bottle him in at varying levels, because if you crowd everyone to the line of scrimmage, if he breaks through, there's nothing but room to run.
And I don't think this is the script they had in mind for their opening drive. This is 3rd and long. A shotgun snap for Gone. Dumps it off to Gurley. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line. Give him 6 on the play, and it'll be 4th down.
There's an example of good situational football being played by a defense. They understood where the 3rd down play was, the down and distance, and made sure that they didn't get anywhere near that, bringing up 4th down.
Yeah, they were sniffing out that marker, didn't want to let him get close to there, and now a likely 3 and out to start.
Yeah, I love the way they rallied to the football and got to him and made sure he didn't give up much run after catch.
Here's Ginn. Oh, twisting away, dancing away at the 30. Very good return that time. 18 yards. And the Saints will take over with a 1st down and 10. And here come the Saints for their opening drive. We get a good peek at a man in his 13th year at the controls of the Saints. In his 18th season overall, it's Drew Brees.
And to say that he knows every bit of the New Orleans offensive playbook, terminology, nuances, and creates a few of his own would actually be an understatement for Drew Brees. He makes everything go with that offense and makes everyone around him better. Every time he takes a snap, there's a potential for a big play and a touchdown.
Ready. You waiting?
Brees now on 1st down. Throw left side, taken in by Hill. And he's able to take this one up to the 35-yard line. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down. And a look now at the offense for New Orleans.
And running back Mark Ingram is coming into his own as a runner in the NFL. Over 1,000 yards each the last 2 seasons. And now he's teaming with Alvin Kamara in a backfield where both of them can run the football effectively and both of them can catch it out of the backfield as well.
That 1st down completion only netted him 3. 2nd and 7.
Ready. You waiting?
They'll run for the first time with Mark Ingram. And he puts his head down and gets up to the 42 for a gain of about 6.
And that was a good run. This was only one of 9 guys to go over 1,000 yards in 2017. And I think you can't let him run wild here.
What do you think, 100 yards, the measuring stick?
Always. That is the threshold. You want to keep him under that if you want to play good defense.
Ready. You waiting?
They'll try to run for the first with Ingram. And he's going to have a 1st down as he's brought down at the 44-yard line. They only get 2 there, but on 3rd and 1, that's all they needed to keep the drive going.
I like his focus there because he wasn't thinking about breaking that one big. All he thought about was, I need 1. Let's go get that. Ended up picking up 2.
On 1st and 10, here's Brees. And it pops free. The collision there jarred the ball loose and brings up 2nd down. The defense here for the Rams.
I'm focused here on Aqib Talib. Into his 30s now, but still playing at an extremely high level. It has a reputation as a ball magnet. And a lot of people think that means the ball just comes right to him. No, he goes and gets it. Both in interceptions, forces fumbles, and oftentimes turns it into 6 points for his own team.
So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. Breeze gives it up to Ingram. And he'll only get a yard, maybe 2, up to the 46.
Doubling this guy has to be a priority before moving up to the next level, because the big fella, he just ate that one alive, just stuffed it. In fact, before the game, he was talking to us, and he's like, hey, these pants make me look fat. And we said, nah, man, you're just a whole lot of guy.
He is at well over 300 pounds. He's a big man.
Ready. We're waiting.
Now Breeze on 3rd down. And this is going to be incomplete.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Here's Thomas Morstead on now to punt it away on 4th down. Back deep, the dangerous Pharaoh Cooper. And this is going to hit the goal line and continue on into the end zone for a touchback. Time for the Rams to get the ball again, and earlier we were touching on their 4-0 start, but the way that they've done it offensively, so impressive. They're now the 10th team, just the 10th team in the Super Bowl era to start 4-0 while scoring 30 or more points in all their games.
So you're telling me that defensive coordinators around the NFL that have the Rams on their schedule, there'll be no sleep.
Yeah.
All right, you
watch out.
Yeah, because look what they did to Minnesota, one of the best defensive teams in the league. They averaged 10.1 yards per play. Had 3 receivers over 100 yards in the game. Cooper Kupp, 162 yards and 2 touchdowns. Then you also had Brandon Cooks with 7 catches for 116 yards and a touchdown. And Robert Woods, 101 yards and a touchdown. Who do you focus on? Who do you try and stop? Good luck.
First down.
So this helps to start a drive. After the penalty, it'll be 1st and 5. Following the penalty, it's Gurley. And some room to work. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. A nice pickup there of 11 yards, and it'll move the sticks. That's his longest run of the first quarter. And, Charles, we talked before the game about them needing to establish the run game. They'll be looking for more of that.
And they got to the perimeter. So that tells me that that's part of the game plan of what they want to get done today. So they'll have some complimentary runs where he'll run it to the inside. But it appears that when they want the big yardage, they think they can get to the outside and make it happen.
So from the 36 now, 1st and 10. They go play action here on 1st down. Open man right side is Kupp, complete. That throw good for 4. It's 2nd down. And now a look at the Saints starting defense.
What I love about Cameron Jordan's game is that it's so varied. He can play the run so effectively. Also rushes the passer, and at times he'll run with a receiver downfield. You name it, Cam Jordan does it, and he does it with some flair.
Four yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6. From the gun, here's Gone. It's hauled in by Brandon Cooks. And he'll work it across midfield inside the 45. First catch of the game for Cooks. It'll be a 1st down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, a sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you may curl it a little bit wider just to get to that place.
And usually a tight window. He fired a bullet in there for the completion. So in Saints territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 44-yard line. Out of the gun. Gone. Throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Cooper Kupp was his intended target, and that'll bring up 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only the DB's going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete. On 2nd and 10, ball. And the hit jarred it loose. It's incomplete.
Anytime a defense can sit back in a zone like that, it tends to create a lot of congestion in the middle of the field. Makes it very hard to slot one in.
Looked like I-4 at rush hour in your hometown of Orlando, Florida. An absolute mess. So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10. Throwing again is gone. And they'll set up the screen to Gurley. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40. A short gain there of just 4, and that'll bring up a 4th down.
They dialed up the screen pass on 3rd down, and for a second it looked like it was all going to come together, and they had a chance to pick up a 1st down, but the defense got there and finished it off.
On now is the big leg of Greg Zuerlein. He has hit from as far as 61 away in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And before we can get to the field goal try, time will run out on this first quarter of play. Can't wait to see what the second quarter has in store. EA Sports NFL Sunday returns following this.
The NFL Sports is presented by Snickers. You're not you when you're hungry. Snickers satisfies.
Back live now to begin the second quarter with Charles Davis, Brandon Gaudin. It's the Rams with a football to get us going. They are, however, facing a 4th down situation. On now is the big leg of Greg Zuerlein. He has hit from as far as 61 away in his career. They'll spot it at the 47, so call it a 57-yard attempt. And this one will not get there. It's off to the left anyway. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game.
Everything looked good. Good snap, good hold. Sometimes, though, the ball just doesn't want to go where you want it, and this one winds up no good.
And now the Saints get set to trot out there. They were forced to punt last time, and I doubt sincerely that they'll have to punt here because they're gifted with terrific field position.
I don't even want to think about the idea that they would end up punting starting with this type of field position. Neither do they. Great starting spot, great opportunity to run your full playbook. They want to take a shot here, they can go ahead and do it.
Well, now they'll start 3 yards shy of midfield after that long 57-yard miss.
Ready. You waiting?
On 1st down, Breeze. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked off by Mark Barron. And the return out shy of midfield to the 46-yard line. Well, CD, a quick look back at Week 4 in the NFL. Not good for rookie QBs. They went 0 for 4. You had Rosen and Mayfield making their first starts. Both close losses.
Yeah, and Sam Darnold took on Jacksonville, one of the better defenses in the league. That's a tough go, and obviously lost that game. And then how about Josh Allen in Buffalo? Going to Green Bay, the Packers wearing the throwback uniforms. He almost didn't have a chance in that one. That was a really difficult one. But you mentioned Rosen and Mayfield. Close losses, acquitted themselves pretty well overall, although Mayfield did turn it over 4 times in the game. But I like what we're seeing out of him. The one winner, though, is Lamar Jackson, but it doesn't go on his record. He wasn't the starting quarterback, used a little bit in their game in their win over Pittsburgh.
After the interception, here's Gall. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Alex Okafor in there to make the sack. He buries him for a loss of 10.
Well, so much for setting the tone of the drive offensively. Giving up a big sack that loses that kind of yardage, not a great start.
And the job becomes twice as difficult now. After the sack, it's 2nd and 20. A play fake to Gurley. Now gone. And oh, look at that. A diving catch. That one good for 17 as they're set up better now for third down.
When you're a player of his stature, you don't just circle the games on your team's calendar. You
circle the Pro Bowl?
Without a doubt. That's a game that you just figure you're going to be in each and every year. And it's because of catches like that. That's why he goes.
And on third down, a nickel formation here defensively. Now gone. Man open, it's Cup. He's got it. And he's got the first before he's brought down at the 39-yard line. A Ram first down as Goff finds Cup.
Would it be safe to say that as precise as routes are supposed to be run in the NFL, maybe they're not quite as precise in college ball?
That's accurate, yeah.
And I think we saw a college route in the NFL there. Just find the soft spot, find the dead zone, and find the first down. And that's what he just did.
This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. On first down, it's Gurley. Fighting his way down to about the 35-yard line. Big Sheldon Rankins there to bring him down.
One thing to keep in mind, partner, especially in the second half, when you've got a running back of this size, of these dimensions, I can just tell you, attrition does set in for a defense because you're excited about hitting him in the first half. Maybe not so much in the second half, and some of these shorter gains turn into bigger runs later.
Goff turns and gives to Gurley. Gurley's got the first down and then some. And he'll finally be taken down at the 2-yard line. That one good for 33 and a first.
Now that's the kind of run that fires up an entire team. Tackled at the 2-yard line. For the defensive guys, a little bit of a sigh of relief, though, that they stopped him short of the goal line. Now they got to figure out how to shore up the rest of the defense.
They'll try and push it in with Gurley. And they will stop him after a fairly minimal pickup. Give him 2 yards on that one. 2nd and goal now. Well, we know he's an electric runner. Earlier this half, you were wondering how they were going to bottle him up at different levels. That was your suggestion. Some mixed results.
Yeah, certainly, because we have seen him bottled up at times. We've seen him play him very well. We've also seen him pop the cork a few times and get out of there, haven't we?
We have indeed. Now it's gone. The linebacker, Demario Davis, got a hand in to break that one up. Defensively, Charles, they continue to really limit this offense as far as yardage goes.
Yeah, you're exactly right. They've been assignment sound, staying in their lanes, keeping proper leverage, and communicating well, too.
So can this New Orleans defense stand tall again? 3rd and goal. They'll try and pick up the first with Gurley. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line.
Partner, it's decision time now. I know it's still just the second quarter, but you have an opportunity to either kick the field goal or go for it and try and score a big-time touchdown. This is why the head coaches get paid the big bucks.
So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. 2 minutes remain in a scoreless first half. We're back to New Orleans after this. A reminder, coming up at halftime, we'll check in with our Jonathan Coachman. He'll have highlights and analysis of the first half, and our highlights will likely be on the defensive side of the football here. Scoreless game. So out comes a field goal team now for the second time here today. From the right hash, and this one just a chippy. And Zerline's kick is good. And the Rams have the first points here. It's 3-0. So still no touchdowns in the first half, but we do have some action on the scoreboard with the field goal.
So maybe now the mentality changes in this game, because anytime you get to the red zone and if you don't come away with 6 points, you feel like it's a disappointment. In a game like this one, being able to kick field goals means you're right there, and then you're just looking for that big break to take you over the top.
And here's Lewis. And he'll take this across the 25, a couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Drew Brees getting ready to go again on offense. And he comes out on the heels of an interception he threw last time they had the ball.
Yeah, and you know, the quarterbacks that I know that are the best ones, the ones that really know how to lead their team, they tell them, that's on me. That's my bad. But let's go back out there and move ahead again, guys. We can get this done.
One good thing for him, it did only lead to 3 points and not a touchdown after that turnover.
Big thanks to the defense.
Yellow waiting.
The drive starts here with a carry by Ingram. And forget about finding a lane. He barely had time to look up before he was planted in the backfield. The Saints in the hurry up here, clock continuing to roll. Now Brees on the bootleg. Oh, he got position on him, and he pulls it in. He's got his first catch here before halftime, and it goes for a first down. First down now, but that clock rolling.
The goal for any offense versus a zone defense, find the holes where guys are available and put the ball on the receiver before any defender can step up and fill it.
They did it well there. Perfectly executed crossing route. Escaping, and he can't find anywhere to go with it, and he goes down. Now before this second down play, we'll get whistles and a timeout. It's just their first, so they'll have 2 remaining here before we get to halftime. And we are back here. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. So the offense takes the timeout, and now we're set to get going. Coming up now on a 2nd and 15 following that sack.
Ready. Yellow waiting.
Shotgun now for Brees. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Carr. And he'll get it down to the 47 here. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down. They'll get to the line here, but remember, it's also third down. From the gun, it's Brees. And he couldn't hang on to it through the contact. Incomplete.
This defense is not going to make it easy for you. They're a physical group, and we just saw it there on that play. He came in, made the contact, just as he's trying to haul it in.
Here's Thomas Morstead now, as he'll kick it away for the second time. He gets this one away, and boy, it's another boomer. And not what he was hoping for there, as this will hit in the end zone for a touchback. And our attention shifts to Todd Gurley. He's over 40 yards here in the second quarter. Been nice and effective for them, hasn't he?
He has definitely been dependable, and really shouldn't underestimate what he's getting done here, because anytime you're on a pace that's going to approach 100 yards, you've really done some damage in an NFL game.
And now he's looking just to add to his totals. 35 seconds, all that remains in the first half as they come up on first down. They'll try and start the drive with Gurley. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. And before this second down play, we'll get a whistle, a signal, and a timeout, as they'll stop it with a little over 30 seconds to go in the first half of play. And welcome back. The offensive unit, they took the timeout, and now they get set to line up as we resume action. After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11. Now a handoff for Gurley. And this one will go to the 28-yard line. Give him 10 yards on the pickup, and they're going to face a third down.
Look, the first down marker is out there, but sometimes it's hard to find for an offense when they're in a long yardage situation, which usually means throw the football. In this case, they went against the tendency and ran it, and boy, the reward was there. A big, big pickup, and guess what? It's now third and very short in order to try and pick up a first down.
The Rams on third down. They've only converted once in 4 tries. Here it's 3rd and 2. Here comes carry number 10 for Gurley. And this will go as a short gain on what will be the final act of this first half. So we've come to halftime. It's the visiting Rams taking the lead to the break. As we send you on over to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman in our EA Sports Halftime Report. Take it away, Coach.
Okay, Brandon, thanks very much. And welcome, everyone, to this abridged version of the EA Sports Halftime Report. This one's been all about the defense. Just a lone field goal in that first half. And as a result, not too much available in terms of highlights. But that's okay. We've got a full half to go. And to bring it your way, let's get back out to Brandon and Charles.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. These offenses seemingly still back at the hotel for the first half. 3-0 our score as the second half gets underway. Solid return, pretty good field position. They'll start at the 32-yard line. Out come the Saints now. They'll go on offense first here to begin the third quarter. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk to come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working, and call more of that.
They start the second half with Kamara. And he is met at the line of scrimmage, and he goes down right there. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down.
Perfectly designed blitz right there. They took that one from the grease board to the field because they were able to free up their linebacker to get into the backfield and spill the play.
The rush defense stout on first down. Here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Ready. You waiting?
Now Breeze throwing on second down. Throw left side complete. It's Hill. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up third down.
And, partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more.
The Saints on third down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Ready. You waiting? What's up?
Working from the gun, it's Breeze. And an alley to run. And they'll get it up just short of the 45 at the 44. Give him 10 that time, escaping the danger, running with it, and picking up a first down.
Someone knew exactly where he needed to get to pick up that first down now. I'm not so sure about the technique in getting there, but he went for it, and he got it.
Exactly. He knew where he needed to get, because remember, if he slides, when that derriere dips, if you will, that play's over.
The derriere dips, I like that one.
Yeah, been working on it for a little bit.
Ready. You waiting?
This is Ingram on 1st and 10. And he's going to bowl his way forward to the 48. And give him 4 yards there. It'll be 2nd and 6.
I call that play a success. A nice inside run sets up a very manageable second down. A very solid gain on that play.
Ready. We're waiting.
On second down, here's Breeze. It's brought in right side by Ginn. And he'll get it out to midfield. Looks like, yeah, they'll spot it right at midfield at the 50.
Good throw, good catch, but I really like the route. The drag and being able to run away from defenders, hard to stick with them for that long.
Yeah, better against man than zone.
Better against man, because now you're running away from someone and you're not running into a defensive player in another zone.
The Saints on third down. They've hit 2 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 4.
Ready? You waiting? Ready for touch?
Breeze on the draw, gives to Kamara. Call it no gain there, and it leads to a 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
Here's Thomas Morstead now. He'll boot it away from about his 35. First kick, 47. This one looks good as well. And this one hits at the 1, continues on into the end zone for a touchback. Now the attention turns back to the Rams offense as they get ready for their first possession of the second half. They have the lead here. Where we talk a lot about pregame speeches, what are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, though, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now 2nd and 7 from the 23. They go play action with Gurley. Now gone. Throw left side, complete to Cobb. And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. That goes for a gain of 31.
Now, that play will end up on the highlights, and you'll see it all over the place. But what you won't see, the offensive line that bought the extra time, that allowed for the big completion downfield, those guys made that play possible.
So the big play moves them all the way across midfield. It's 1st and 10 from the 45. Now a play fake here on 1st down. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll wind up getting this one all the way down inside the 20. A very solid gain of 27.
They hit that crossing route really well. Excellent timing, puts it right on him, and he keeps running.
Yeah, turned it upfield for good yardage. It's Gurley. And he's eaten up at the line of scrimmage. Might have gotten a yard down to the 16.
And this is why aggressive defensive coordinators love to blitz. It wreaks havoc because they end up taking their attention to the blitzers, freed up the D lineman to make the play.
Again they run with Gurley. And that play going absolutely nowhere as he's belted before he could get out of the backfield. So they'll get a little extra time to come up with his third down play as we played 3 quarters. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Back now here live in New Orleans. It's been a very hotly contested game to this point. Just a field goal separating these two teams as we get set for the fourth quarter. The Rams on third down, just 1 for 5 to this point. This is 3rd and 11. Now gone. And incomplete. The contact made the ball roam free and brings up 4th down.
The beauty of being able to play a zone defense when you can sit back and see the ball coming out of the quarterback's hands, guess what? Creates a lot of confusion, kind of a muddle in the middle of the field where you can go make a play on the football.
So on now is Greg Zuerlein in a pressure situation. It'll be from the right hash, and it'll be a 36-yarder. And Zuerlein's kick is good. And that will double their lead as it's up to 6. So they get the 3, but you wonder now, is that going to be enough?
Excellent question, because when I look at the smiles on that side of the field, they're a little tight, aren't they? If they had scored a touchdown there, those would be big half-moon grins right now because they'd feel a whole lot better about their position.
And a touchdown in the other direction, all of a sudden they're down. After the made field goal, Zuerlein back out there now to send this one away. And here's Lewis. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards, up to the 27-yard line. Out onto the field comes New Orleans. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
Throwing on first down is Breeze. Wide open receiver complete. And they work this well upfield across the 45. Great way to start the drive. 20 big ones and a first down. Even though this offense doesn't have a single point to its name, they're not totally out of this game yet. A touchdown here, they could be in business.
And how about that last play? Now they've got momentum going, so you know I'm a big advocate. Get back on the line of scrimmage. Throw another play out of while you've got them rocked on their heels.
A big hitter to start the drive has him up near midfield here for 1st and 10. Breeze now on first down. And nearly picked off. Surprising to see a defender of his caliber let it get away, but it does get away and it's 2nd down.
And that's one he's got to be happy to have back. There wasn't a hole open in the zone.
You'd have to think on early downs like that first down there, need to be a little bit more careful.
Yeah, fortunately for him, got a couple more downs to play with.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Breeze now. Forced out to his left. And taking it across midfield and just shy of the 40. A nifty bit of scrambling there. 12 yards, first down.
All right, partner, I'm a defender, but I've got to express my admiration there. Moving around, making it happen, and instead of worrying about protecting himself, he goes and gets the first down. I've got to give it to him on that one.
Normally, you don't want your guy taking shots, your quarterback, but it's winning time here in the fourth quarter. If he needs to make those plays with the legs, go ahead, right?
Yeah, no doubt about it. At this stage of the game, all protections, they're off.
So from Rams territory now, it's 1st and 10 at the 41. Breeze going to throw. Oh, he can't hang on. That was a dream chance for any D lineman to possibly get a pick, but instead it falls down incomplete. I guess they're in a situation now, fourth quarter, where they're forced to take some chances, but I don't know that that was the type of a chance you want to take.
And that one could very easily have been intercepted, and if it does get picked off, that could possibly seal this one.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41. Breeze will try again on second down. Oh, he's got some breathing room. And he gets it inside the 35 and just shy of the 30. Nothing open downfield. He keeps it himself for 11 and a first down.
Containing him is becoming a big problem. We've already seen this once earlier in this drive.
Yeah, and so now 2 times this has happened. Do you adjust something?
Yeah, I think you do. I think you have something about your rush lanes. Try not to either get too wide or too narrow. Make sure someone is there waiting for him to take off.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on 1st and 10. On 1st and 10, here's Breeze. And lucky to get away with one there. That one nearly picked. Second down.
We've seen these defenses make enough opportunistic plays to keep this one low scoring. Flying around, making plays on the ball, and we see yet another errant throw as a result.
An incomplete pass on 1st down. That leads to a 2nd and 10.
We got three. Ready? You ready?
Breeze now to throw. Oh, no, he lost the football. And the Rams have got it back. The big fella, the 30, 20, 10. And he will score. Touchdown, LA. This was a close game. They needed a little breathing room where they got it right there on that return for a touchdown.
Yeah, we would say that this could be huge. Forget it. It was huge. Gave them a comfortable lead.
Now Goff will lead the Rams up to go for 2. Following the fumble recovery. Gone. And this one's caught. And their 4th quarter lead grows by a couple more. So a big play there. Not only the fumble return for the touchdown, then they get the 2-point try. And, you know, for the defense, though, they were just over there sitting on the field. They had to rush out to try to defend that.
You know, it's funny. They actually practice situations that they call sudden change when the team turns it over. I'll guarantee you no one practices a fumble return for a touchdown like that, and now someone goes for 2. Really good strategy by them putting them in that situation.
And you can bet they're preaching 2 hands on the ball here as the kick's away following that fumble return. This fielded a few yards into the end zone. And he'll make it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. Now the Saints offense, they get ready to go back to work here. So Breeze going to lead the Saints up here, 1st and 10 at their own 23. Throwing now is Breeze. Stepping up, he's going to keep it. The improv on the scramble there gets him 6, and it'll be 2nd down.
Now, that was not a bad scramble there on 1st down. He didn't force it, nor did he throw it away. He was able to take off, and now he made it a very manageable 2nd and short.
Breeze to throw on 2nd down. It's Hill, complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one goes for 24 yards.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Now perfect since the second half started. 7 of 7. It's 1st and 10. eluding the pressure right. And he'll get it down on the play to the 37. He'll wind up getting 9 after tucking it and running, so it'll leave him with 2nd and a yard. Time for a break. We're back to finish this one off after this. So it's Saints football as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. To throw is Breeze. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. And they'll get this one to about the 20-yard line. They got 18 yards out of that one, and it gets them a new set of downs. Into the red zone, it's Breeze. That's caught, it's Thomas. And he is into the end zone. Touchdown, New Orleans. Michael Thomas, a 20-yard touchdown. And the Saints have cut it back within a score. Okay, game on. Don't go anywhere yet. You got a one-score game now. Probably going to rely on the onside kick coming up.
Yeah, they have to. It's not a high-percentage play, but it's better than not having a chance at all. And that's when you put your leapers and your flyers on one side, get that high hop, and hope that one of the guys can come up with it.
And on the other side, get that hands team ready.
No doubt about it.
They do tack on the extra point as well. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this fourth quarter. So that drive spanned 5 plays. And it ends with a touchdown for New Orleans. Morstead, the punter, out to kick it off. That'll be taken in the end zone. And he won't return this one. He'll go down to a knee, and they'll start at the 25. Todd Gurley and the offense, they get set and trot back out there now. So after that hot start, the numbers here show the decline. What has the defense done adjustment-wise?
Sometimes when you have a running back who's getting off to a hot start, you've got to catch him before he really gets going. So you change what you do across the defensive front. Instead of the linebackers being back a few yards, you bring them up closer. It's what we call mugging the line of scrimmage, taking away a lot of blocking angles and gaps, and maybe stopping him before he can get going.
Mugging the line of scrimmage, okay.
Yeah, in this case.
And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. All right, so the timeout over and all 11 men back out onto the field for the defense. A loss of a yard there to start out. That leads to a 2nd and 11. They'll stick to the ground game with Gurley. And that one blown up quickly as he's going to be stopped before he can even get started. And the Saints signal for another timeout as they'll talk it over here before what will be an important 3rd down. So the defense had a chance to catch their breath, and now they're back out and ready. So time to start going in the other direction as they come up now 3rd and long. On 3rd down, they'll run it with Gurley. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Now the Saints will use their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the 1st down. And now following that timeout, the defense back out onto the field. So on the heels of the run by Todd Gurley, another 1st and 10. Back to the workhorse today. It's Gurley. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. Give him a couple on the carry there. 2nd and 8.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around the training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble. I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. A road win in the National Football League. Charles, you never take that for granted, no matter who you're playing, no matter where you're playing.
You take it and you run with it. And you know you prime the pump all week in your own home facility. No one thinks we can do this. Only people who believe are right here in this room. And then you go on the road, band together, and get it done.
So that'll do it for us. For my partner, Charles Davis, and all the hard-working men and women on our crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL right here on EA Sports. I'll be heading to the hotel. Charles, he's off to Bourbon Street.
No, I'm not.
Yes, we say so long from New Orleans.